Samantha, you don't seem to realize how much it took for us to come all the way out here today. It's such a shame that it was all a complete waste of time.
Well, I never really expected for any of this to turn out the way it did, Robert. Especially to have rotten onions thrown at me. What the heck was with that? Like, why would someone in their right mind do something like that? It makes no sense at all. As a human being, I didn't think this type of behavior was possible.
Well, you should know exactly why something like this happened today. If you come from a farming background, you should be more humble than the normal person. Why on earth are you talking so arrogantly to other people? You need some lessons in how to interact with people who aren't family. For starters, I know that it was a dream of yours to marry a man like my son. I want you to be more grateful for what I've done for you up until now.
Why are you treating me like this all of a sudden? All I've tried to do is be myself. Why do you make fun of farmers so much for? What makes you more superior? A lot of countries in the rest of the world rely on people who farm for a living. Survival is possible because of us farmers. Most of the vegetables you eat, the ones that you put on your plate, come from farms like ours. It's part of our livelihood to keep our nation healthy and give them fresh produce almost every day. Don't you know how hard we work for the good of the people in this country? So why do you look down on people like my family so much, Robert?
I don't know why. I've always just thought that farmers were sitting at the bottom of society since you're the ones doing all the dirty work. Don't you know this already?
Excuse me? What the heck gave you that impression? Especially what I just told you what we do to feed people in this country. Whatever do you mean?
Well, people like you who are from lower classes have to sweat desperately and risk getting sunburnt just to make a living. Who wants to do that for their country? Haha! You need us, consumers, more than you think you do, because otherwise you'd be out of a job. If you don't have people like us, then no one will be buying your produce. We buy what you grow, okay? So the people who buy the vegetables are way more important. We're the ones making the money by running restaurant chains. You earn pennies. Without companies like ours, you'd not be earning anything and you'd suffer without us. No matter how hard you farmers work, you're useless without us.
Well, everyone's of their own opinion, Robert. That may be so, but because people can think differently on the topic, especially a farmer like me, you can't just talk to me like this, Robert. Come on.
Don't you get it, Samantha? It's only because of us that your industry is being kept alive. If we think about it, being a farmer is a dirty job that requires physical strength, right? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to grow whatever it is we want in the ground, okay? You don't use a lot of brain power. Even an idiot could do your job. All you're doing is labor that anyone else could do, and it's causing you to get sunburnt and all covered in dirt. A farmer like you has no business in marrying my elite son. Ha ha ha!
Okay, I had a feeling that's how you thought about farmers. I really don't appreciate that, but now I guess I've heard that you run a restaurant. I thought that because of that, we would be able to understand each other on an industry level and become better friends. I do very much understand your opinion on this.
Really? You're kidding me, right? That's a joke, isn't it? Do you really think that I'd accept a farmer from such a low class to be my son's wife? You're dreaming.
Wow. I really didn't think that I was being looked down upon in this way, but I sort of get what you mean.
I understand that you're so at peace with your life and you just go at your own pace, but that's not how my family works. You're hardly higher than poor peasants. You resemble rotten onions so much that you're basically only good at one thing. Take them home with you. All you deserve to take home with you is rotting vegetables.
I'm from a different part of the social class than your son. Wow, you really have gone way too far this time, Robert. Don't you think you're going to regret talking like this about me and my family? Do you really think everything you said is true about farmers and what we do? Do you not have any respect for anyone in their jobs? What's your problem, Robert?
Go away, you good-for-nothing peasant. You're filthy, and I don't want to get covered in dirt by you. I bet you have nothing clean to wear. You can try talking to me until you're blue in the face, but nothing you say is going to change my opinion of you. You might as well just say all those things in your sleep.
Fine. If you're going to continue to be this way, Robert, then I've got nothing else to say to you. You're going to regret treating me like this. On that note, goodbye for now.
Hey, Samantha. I heard that you went back to your parents' house yesterday? What's going on? It seems like a lot of things went wrong. Do you want to talk about it? Maybe it's really nothing to do with me, but I want to know what's happening. Is everything all right with you? Have you calmed down a little?
Huh? Tristan, why are you messaging me for? Why are you mentioning that to me? Why are you asking me so many questions right now? I'm exhausted.
Well, I wanted to message you because I stopped by. My uncle had some business to attend to and I was free. Then I saw you went back home yesterday because you felt pretty weak.
All right, I should have assumed that so-called family said something right after they got back. I guess you heard everything from them, I suppose.
Yeah, I did. I'm really sorry about what happened yesterday, Samantha. I thought that it was a private matter, but I kind of heard everything. And for some stupid reason, the parents thought it would be funny to throw rotten onions at you. So you went back home because you were made fun of?
Yes, that's right. I feel weak, exhausted, and completely humiliated by what happened yesterday. I've never been made fun of from being brought up on a farm, Tristan. I'm a farmer's daughter, and I've learned a lot from my family and what they do. But of course, the restaurant manager had to go and make things worse. Why would someone like him look down on me for when people like him rely on us for business and helping get food to the customers? It makes no sense. As expected, I got really angry and frustrated at the things he said to me, and I just bursted into tears. It was awful. I've never felt so terrible in all my life.
And you're so right about that. I'm sorry this has been so difficult for you. It's disgraceful how the parents are acting towards you. I hate it. He doesn't seem to understand that the farmers are the one keeping the business owners afloat with their produce. After all, he said he was a restaurant manager, right? That's probably why he thought he had a right to say those sort of things since he owns a business. I don't know how his mind works, but I'm sure not in a good way.
Yeah, I suppose that's true, but what he said made me feel so bad about my livelihood. From now on, I'm thinking of fighting back because I can't stand this.
As I expected. I knew that deep down that you were a fighter, especially about your views of society. I didn't think you'd get so down in the dumps about this.
Of course I am. He's completely undermined my ability to do anything or contribute to society. But coming back to what you said before, what kind of business do you have being at my parents' house for, Tristan? It seems like you've been showing up a lot there lately. I don't get why.
Ah, right. Yes, I guess I should tell you more about that. So, I've got this great idea that I wanted to talk to you about. I'm thinking about running a restaurant. I'm planning to make it a large restaurant chain. I'm sorry that I kind of dragged it away from what you were talking about with me, though. So...
Wow, is that so? Are you actually going to go through with that? That's incredible, Tristan. Come on. Are you going to spill the details to me or what? Oh, this is starting to all make sense to me now. Is this why you've been coming in and out of my house? Were you wanting our help for it?
Yes. More or less, that's why I've been coming around more often. I heard that you and your family have been very active in the city center with your goods. I was thinking of asking your family for a little bit of assistance with this as well. As for my idea, I hope I can run this restaurant eventually.
Oh, right, I see. That's brilliant news, Tristan. I guess it's more or less confirmed that your brother will be the one inheriting the house in the future.
Yeah, he will. Since I'm the younger brother, I was told that the house isn't my responsibility if something were to happen to my parents. But since you and your family are farmers, I want to be more involved with your side of things when it comes to doing business. I want to be able to deliver delicious produce grown by farmers to consumers as they are. I want it to be really authentic and not pumped full of pesticides. And I thought with your help and knowledge about getting ingredients, it will get me one step further in opening the restaurant.
I see what you mean now. That's really awesome, Tristan. I'm really proud of you for deciding that and diving into doing something like that. I think that's a really good idea, and I'm sure the consumers will be really excited to see our produce in use. I'm sure everyone will cooperate, right?
Yeah, I really hope so, since I want this to work so badly. If all of this is a huge success, it would be thanks to you, your family, and so many other people for their help. You know, I really want this to be a huge success. And with the farmers on my side, we can definitely all get where we want to be.
Wow, that sounds like a dream come true, Tristan. I really hope this all works out for everyone involved. Good luck with the entire process, but I'm sure you'll be fine. I want to be able to support your business as well. I guess I'll have to do something about changing my job a little bit, maybe. I need a bit of reflection time, I think.
Huh? What do you mean by that, Samantha? Well, what's your current job like now? What things do you want to change about it?
Actually, it seems like you're working with my parents to get this restaurant up and running. I wanted to do something like that, but now with what happened yesterday, things have turned out kind of bad for me with your family. So I was wondering what kind of job I should do next if I get that sort of reaction from them.
Oh, right. I understand what you're talking about. What did they say to you about his own fiance exactly? Was it that bad? Weren't they thinking from your point of view?
No, not really. He turned around and said he would abandon me as I shouldn't be marrying someone like his son. I guess I should just obey, right?
Excuse me? He told you that you weren't allowed to get married to his son? Hold on. He told the fiance this? Are you kidding me, Samantha?
I wish I was, Tristan. Look, I grew up in a strict family where you absolutely did what the father said. It's hard, but that's the only way I know how to get along with parents. Moreover, I learned from this incident with Robert that I've kept quiet up until now about the fact I came from a farming background. Once he found out about how I was brought up on a farm, he got kind of angry and was disgusted by it. Apparently, that's why I was told I don't have high expectations in life.
What the heck is with him? Honestly, does he not realize how rude he's being to you by saying those awful things? He's lost his mind, I tell you.
He apologized a little bit, but he doesn't seem to have any intention of doing anything about what he said. The next step for him is to find a woman who'll be accepted by him. I told him to think of me in a different way, as I always like a challenge and that I'd be a good fit for his son. But who knows if he listened properly. I just can't accept his behavior.
And you shouldn't, Samantha. How can anyone accept what he said? Fine. If he wants to be this way, how about you just start dating all over again? That being said, you should date because you're the most beautiful person in any room and you can do what you want. It doesn't matter where you come from.
Oh, Tristan, that's very sweet of you to say. What's gotten into you all of a sudden? I don't think I've heard you call me beautiful out loud before.
Yes. Well, I guess I should say that more often to you. Because you are... Oh, now I'm blushing. I'm just stating a fact, Samantha. I've never had a chance until now to spit it out.
Oh, you're very sweet. I'm a little shy about it myself. I feel so much better after talking to you, Tristan. I feel way more at ease. I was able to get a lot of things off of my mind. After all, it's great to have a childhood friend that you can complain about these things to. Thank you for listening to me again. I feel a bit happier now.
Hey, what the heck do you think you're playing at, Samantha? What's going on here? Was it really your farm that was bringing vegetables to my store? Why have they all stopped coming to my restaurant? Now we're not able to cook anything without them. Don't you stupid people realize that?
Oh, really? Is that so, Robert? Wow, I really can't believe that something like that happened to you. That must be tough for you to handle. You do know that the consumers are ahead and put ahead you in terms of what they demand, right? And that's why I got excited about the idea. I was trying to ask to be bossy and send the produce to them, but I guess without the produce, your restaurant can't cook anything. That's a bummer.
Are you serious? Are you doing this knowingly? How can you do this to my business when you know I need to be running? Do you realize that this is the worst harassment I've been given?
Only because you've been the one who's been harassing me and my family about what we do, Robert. You're the one looking down on me and won't allow me to marry your son.
But that shouldn't be the reason why you and your family stopped bringing my produce over to my restaurant. That's totally unfair, Samantha.
And so what? You're not getting what you want, Robert? Didn't you know that as farmers want to be treated with respect? And what do you think about that? You shouldn't be allowed any of produce after what you said to me. You look down on what we do as a job, for goodness sake. How do you feel now that your business is in trouble?
You're so awful to do business with, Samantha. Did you know that? If you were brought up by a farming family, then why is your personality so bad?
You've been boomeranging for a while now, Robert. Are you okay? Did you hit your head or something? What did you say earlier? I don't quite remember. Oh, never mind. It just popped into my head just now. You said that farmers are at the bottom of society, right? Are you really still thinking in that mindset right now? Even though you've been cut off by someone who gives you the produce you need to run your business?
Well, you wouldn't have a farm without us needing your stupid produce. We're able to sustain our business by having people buy from us. Do you think it's okay to treat someone like this?
I'll repeat the same thing as I said before, Robert. You guys can't do anything without us, all right? And that's why you're in deep crap now, right?
Well, I guess that's the case for both of us, Samantha. The amount of money that you get from a chain restaurant like ours is a lot larger than most places. You should be grateful and thanking us from the bottom of your hearts for purchasing your produce. And yet, you're causing trouble over something so trivial.
But this is the only thing that you're having trouble with, right, Robert? Our price was quite low compared to the market price. However, our produce is over higher quality. And that's what makes us so popular. That's why your restaurant is doing relatively well compared to other restaurants. I was given special permission to shut this down. Apart from your place, are there any other restaurants that you would like to contract with? There are a lot of them all over the place.
Huh? What on earth are you trying to insinuate, Samantha? Are you trying to say that we're not of use to you as a business? You think you've got better buyers out there?
In fact, yes, there are very much better buyers out there for us to sell our produce to, Robert. There is a promising young manager who wants to continue expanding his business. He'll continue to grow in power, and he wanted to cooperate with us farmers. We've decided to take on his business and be associated with him rather than you. So for your company, which is the rival of this young man's company, you won't have anyone to go to because you screwed us over by how you talk about us. I don't think there'll be any farmers in the state who'll provide vegetables to you at the same price as before. Too bad for you, to be honest. You lost a good partner.
How could you do something so stupid and reckless when you don't know what you're getting into with this young guy? I bet he has no idea what he's doing.
Well, actually, he does know what he's doing because we had many discussions about all of this. This is almost the same as yours, Robert. They want to benefit from this business, so they came to me. It's not like I'm doing anything wrong, Robert. There's no reason for you to criticize when someone wants to do business with someone else. Also, we were told they were willing to trade at the amount that we desire rather than push down the price. So I'm happy to do some deal with you like that.
Oh, stop this nonsense right now. Do you have any idea what this is doing to me and my business? Cut this out now. If we trade at the amount you offer, we'll go bankrupt. No matter how much you sell to me, you'll still be in the red, and then I'll end up in the red and not making a profit, and then my business will run into the ground.
Oh, really? Is that true? For you, definitely, but for our business, no. Whatever happens to your restaurant from now on is none of my business, Robert. If you've got any more complaints to throw at me, I don't want to hear them. This transaction that we have going on here is over, Robert. We want to thank you for doing business with us up until now. It's a shame that we had to end our business relationship this way, but business is business.
Hey, what the heck, Samantha? You can't do this to me right now. You can't just leave the conversation like this. I'm not done talking to you. I want solutions. Didn't you want to marry my son? Weren't you determined to be his partner? Can't you at least agree to that proposal if you're not going to do business with me anymore?
Oh, that's not going to happen either, Robert. I forgot about that proposal a long time ago. There was no way after you spoke to me that I was going to marry into your family. I realize that your son is not much of a man when it comes to supporting and protecting his woman. Why would I want to be with him if he doesn't stand up for me? He just stood back and did nothing while you threw rotten onions at us. What kind of guy that wants to marry you would let that happen?
But that's really none of his fault. He didn't have a clue what we were planning to do at the farm. He was just an innocent bystander. He's a good man. Just trust me.
If he was brought up with you in the house, he is either a coward or as much of a jerk as you are, Robert. There was no way he was just an innocent bystander in this. Because I know that he would never rebel against his own daddy. Daddy knows best, right? He would never disobey your orders, would he? Your son is just your puppet, isn't he? You pull all the strings, and he also just breezes through life because of the money you have, right? A man such as that wouldn't be making my wish come true. He would just be dragging me into abyss. The answer is a no from me.
How dare you say such things? How could you say something so horrible about my family when we were the ones that kept your stupid good-for-nothing family afloat? This is outrageous. He listens to me and what I say to him. He's much more happier than when I was a child. I had no direction, whereas he does. Who wouldn't want that? So that's the way I'm teaching him, and I'm allowed to do that because I'm his father and I know best. You know, him marrying you would have been a blessing for your family. It would have made your family look a lot smarter, and the gene pool would have been a lot better too because of him. All you lot are just stupid farmers with nothing in their heads. This is all garbage, and you know it. My son is way more superior than all of you put together, and he's allowed to do anything he wants, so it's your loss, you stupid woman.
I don't know how you can call us stupid when we're the ones who just canceled the contract to do business with you. We're causing trouble for you, aren't we? You're really confusing me, actually. Which am I, smart or stupid? You know, it's better to keep your mouth shut if you know what's good for you, Robert. Rumors spread quickly in this town.
What on earth is that supposed to mean, you awful human being? I'm the one who is buying everything off your stupid farm, so that's why every other business is following my lead. It's because of me that you're successful in your crappy little industry. I'll keep the vegetables if we can just forget any of this nonsense ever happened, Samantha. Things haven't gotten that bad for us yet, so we've still got some vegetables, but you've not pushed me to the end of my limits quite yet. I'll still forgive you if you just play nice. Please just don't cancel our contract. We really need the fresh produce that you grow at our restaurant so that we can make great dishes for our customers.
But if things continue like they were before, Robert, there's no way that I'll ever be satisfied in doing business with you. You've done nothing but treated me and my family badly. Also, why would we want to do business with someone if we're hardly earning a profit with what we give to you? We're not settling for what you gave us before. No way. Someone has appeared now to do better deals with us, and they'll give us a better price for our produce. It's what we deserve, Robert, not how you treated us, like lower-class citizens. There are so many more reasons to do business with them than with you, Robert. They can gain a good reputation, they treat us well, and we earn more profit with our produce.
Oh, would you stop rubbing all this crap in my face? How dare you abandon my restaurant in this way? You're gonna regret doing this to me, Samantha. Have you forgotten your debt to us?
Shouldn't I be the one asking you that question, Robert? Where did the debt go to us, huh? Up until now, we've been delivering really good vegetables and meat to your restaurant. How long are you going to keep annoying us that we're the ones that need you more than you need us? I think that is very much switched around now, don't you think? The idiots at your restaurant can't make a decent meal without our vegetables. You're just going to have to suffer the consequences and grow your own vegetables.
Excuse me? How dare you speak to me like this? I'm supposed to have your business deliver food to me. I need it and I'm getting desperate now. Please, I'm begging you. Just give me my produce.
But wait, do you actually know what it takes to do that? You're no idiot, right? Anyone can grow vegetables. It's super easy. It's not rocket science, Robert.
Okay, I get it. There's more to growing vegetables than it looks. I've tried to do it before and it didn't go so well. Just please. I need your produce and whatever else you have on your farm to keep me afloat, all right?
My family's business have no intention of doing business with you anymore. Not now or not ever, Robert. Please don't contact us anymore. Please leave us alone to do our business. Also, if you try and come to our property ever again to throw rotting vegetables or anything of that nature, you'll have the police to explain to. I'm warning you, don't do it. Once the conversation between Samantha and Robert cooled down, Robert had to figure out ways to keep his business afloat. No producers in the state wanted to work with him or the other people in his restaurant. This led him to filing for bankruptcy since his company was making hardly any money. All that was left was some rotten onions. Along with that, Samantha took it a step further to file all sorts of complaints against him since he was pretty much harassing her and her family about how their business was run. After she filed the complaints, media outlets came out of nowhere. She just brought it all up just for fun. It seems as Robert has been wiped out of the social map and unable to rebuild his business. As for what's happening in Samantha's life now, her childhood friend Tristan runs his ship with the full cooperation of her parents. She'll make use of her business management skills and improve society's look on farmers. She also moved out of her parents' house to be a farmer herself. For now, the shop is running smoothly. Tristan and Samantha have started to build a really good relationship from this. Maybe something good will happen for them in the future. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.